All right, let's just start with saying that some of the stuff I talk about is just, situational. It doesn't happen in every single situation. And it sucks because no one talks about this other than controversial right wing figures or to accuse somebody of something. So there's usually no changing anyone's view or making someone understand because, oh, he's right wing, or oh, they're leftist, or this is just excuses. So yeah, without further ado, let's just talk about issues revolving around guys or things that they do. You know, both sides pretty much. One thing that comes up immediately is mental health. We aren't ever pressured to get therapists. Mostly what happens is we just talk about the issue and something might come from it, or mostly nothing at all. One thing that everyone has is issues, and even as a kid, and now I kept slash keep my issues all to myself because all that happens is that we just talk about it. And it just sucks because I see these girls around me getting actual care, people catering towards them because they trauma dump to whoever is unfortunate enough to become close to them. And it's not just because of my personality, it's the life that I and other guys I know grew up with. I do have to say though, generally when a dude is speaking about his mental health issues with someone outside their family, you know, out of his own self-interest, it's because he either romantically likes them or wants to gain something from it. Not true all the time, because you could just be having a conversation about mental health, but I don't really like it, like those kind of conversations, because I mostly hear about guys using it as a manipulation tactic. And this goes for everyone. I hate when they use their possible issues as excuses to get them out of a bad situation, and then it transforms into the other me, the one that can get away with everything because they have issues, so it's an excuse for their shitty behavior. The other me is usually when someone acts out or does something bad, and instead of taking responsibility for their actions, they use something like self diagnosed or real mental health or oh, I was just in a bad situation at that time. Not bad for stuttering. So yeah, it's important to not get yourself in a bad friendship slash relationship with someone like that. But anyways, mental health with boys is something that needs to be talked about more on a level that people can better themselves from it. Because whenever I hear about those issues around boys, it's always about the suicide rates and nothing else. So let me just give future generations some advice. And you might not like hearing about it, but it's worked for me and other people I know. Get a good sleeping schedule. Cut shitty people out of your life. Exercise. Eat healthy. Stop masturbating so much. I know it sounds like a joke, but it's not. Okay, so and try to obtain a better social life. Of course, I'm speaking generally here, but this is what most this is what works for most people. Try to have a goal in life, and if you can't think of one, genuinely go for whatever you like most. You like video games? Try to become a scripter, graphics designer, programmer, or whatever it is relating to the game you like most. Do you like music? Try to become a producer, singer, work with instruments. Just fuck around. But there's nothing else better than meeting someone. In my experience, that doesn't have to be a relationship. But think of what they like most or what they need most. There's no rushing it when you're young either. Live life the way that makes you more happy. Yeah, alright, whatever. Happiness and rainbows aside, let's talk about expectations that guys have to bring to the table when it comes to relationships, because this is a huge one. There's no question in my mind that when you have a hetero relationship, who spends the most amount of money? There's becoming to be a lot of exceptions, but generally speaking, guys are expected to bring money to the table, and for the girls, it's completely optional. I mean, any guy who goes on any dating apps would know that they have to bring one or more things to the table in order to impress her, as it should be for both sides. But it's either height, money, looks, and slash or personality. Rarely, rarely is it ever heard that if you're on a dating app, and you make less money than her, that you're even going to be talked to. I mean, I wouldn't know because I'm super rich and super hot. God. But it's completely optional for the girl to even have money, height, or personality. Personally, I like to go for the tall, dominant ones, but I leave looks out of the conversation because that typically is their main selling point. I can even hear the arguments too already.
I'm a girl and I don't do X or Y.
I'm just saying that literally any of those things are an option rather than requirement when talking to most dudes. Just saying, I'm going to be talking about that more in a bit. So, anyways, it's really important to note here um, that even if you're a quote unquote nice guy, that doesn't give you the option to make someone uncomfortable. I hear too much that people think that they deserve a relationship because of what they've done for the other person, and that's not how things work. Relationships always have to go both ways in order for both people to to be happy. And by both ways, I mean their boundaries and what they expect out of the other person. Because once the honeymoon phase ends, you both stop idolizing each other and your problems become more transparent. Now you're faced with a real person you love and not your dream. I mean, they can be, but yeah. If you plan on confessing, don't draw it out if they say no. Just stop that conversation and preserve your friendship. You seem more respectable, and if you really want them to start possibly liking you romantically, don't idolize them and put your focus into other things. People don't really like when they're the star of your world. And if you don't want a parasocial relationship, it's not worth it. A quick little note about this too. A message to all dudes is to stop being so sexual with every girl in a dating app. Matching energy is literally what you need. Even if you want to hook up, you need that. I've seen some of the shit you say, the amount of dick pic stories. God, you guys aren't getting the girls at all. It's literally just fucking borderline sex offending. Alright, alright. Final message of the day, and I'm genuinely not sorry for getting sidetracked in between sentences, but this is how to get a relationship you want. Sounds stupid to say, but make sure you have to have matching energy. This is what you need. I explained this earlier, but you need it. When you're first talking to someone you like, establish who you are. And slowly reward them with your personality. Not in a creepy way either. Jesus Christ. What I mean is, if you want a long lasting relationship, plan shit together first. Things like playing video games or going out if that's their thing. Have a mix and match of topics you both like. Explain your passions, just not your lame ones, because no girl wants to hear about the Genshin Impact characters you'd put in your jars. But honestly, shit like Minecraft ambitions, cool stories interacting with other players, and maybe even a YouTube channel, they can all be good things to talk about. A very important thing too is knowing when or when not to chase. What I mean by that is don't overtext somebody, but don't make it hard for that person to reach out. If you really like them, then of course you can still message them a good morning or something like that. But if they're not into you, then it's just not matching energy. I hear too much that guys obsess over girls, and that's ironically what's making her not like you. You alienate boys and girls as two different things. So you get nervous or egotistical when talking to girls because there's something you value rather than someone you know. You have to have self respect if you want to talk to most people. Self respect does not mean ego, and I have to mention that because as much as little self respect might not get you any girls, ego can only give you less valuable relationships. Ones that don't care about themselves, ones that can't stay committed, ones that have gone through so many different relationships and you are just one of them. Ones that lie, cheat, betray, cut your dick off, etc., dude. You need to balance self image as much as you can. You are the one that gives yourself value. You are the person in control of that. And if you think that you're ugly, you will actually be undesirable to talk to. If you have self respect and not ego, you treat yourself respectably. And you will start hanging out with people who respect you, people who care about you. And if you can't find the people in person, like friends in person or relationships, that's completely fucking normal. Find some friends online because even the people in my town are just edgy losers who say racist shit to like piss off people. I don't want to contradict myself, but before any of you say, haha, this loser has no friends, so you can't talk. I'm just saying that if people don't click, they don't click. Find someone you like and who likes you. And if you didn't understand or listen to what I just said, TLDR, just don't be lame. Jesus. Anyways, this has been Noober Schnoober, and see you guys later.